Cars and Coffee with John and John, minus the coffee.
Just driving home from a fun day at work.
And we thought, let's talk about what we're trying to do in 2016.
Yeah.
Grimsmo.
2016 is going to be a humongous year for us. As I said in my kind of wrap up 2015 video, we spent 2015 growing and changing all kinds of stuff, and now we're settled. We're ready for production. 2016 is going to be incredible. I just want to get a lot of knives out the door because I have a lot of extremely hungry customers. They're like banging on the door trying to get product from us, and I want to make it for them. So 2016 is going to be fulfilling the need.
John's attention to detail is awesome. We were playing around with the Rask fixture on his mill this morning, and it's just so cool to see the detail he's put into it. We were looking at the tool paths and the strategies and what that gets you, and it's just, the phrase "no detail left unnoticed" gets overused because this is where it's at here. Awesome.
Well, at this level, at what we're trying to do, the product we're trying to make, you got to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to do it. That's my nature, is to want to do it, Quality over speed.
Anything,
yeah.
Right.
So yeah, my 2016, we might hire some people. I'm seriously considering it. I'm still nervous about the concept of doing that, but it's cold.
It's a big change. It is very cold. And Canada is cold.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, hiring people will be a big change for us, but I think it'll get us where we want to go. And what about you, 2016?
It's funny because John and I were talking, and we're very different people in different places, but there's so many similarities. And he has his new mill and his new shop. I've got my new shop. I don't have any new mills. I got some more Tormach machines though, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And for us, we're continuing the YouTube channel. We're starting our training program, which is awesome. We already have one class. The next two are full. I'm excited about that to see where it goes. We continue the job shop stuff. The job shop stuff is not the biggest thing for me, but I like doing it because it pushes us outside our comfort zone. It is a revenue producer for us, and I think doing the videos and doing training, but not doing any job shop, machine shop work or any production machine shop work, it makes you less relevant. You've got to do that stuff to be in the game. So I don't really know necessarily where my 16 is going to go, except for that I'm super hungry. I want to knock out this. I want to have the best training opportunities out there. I want to, the guys that want to buy a Tormach or they want to buy any sort of a machine, and they need to learn and understand if they can do it, how they can do it. They want to get their hands on. For me, that's super exciting. It's rewarding to me, and it's a way for us to also earn some money. We're moving into a big building. Jared's on full time for us, so our business is changing as well.
That's so exciting to hear. We were talking last night about kind of where we came from, where we started. We've been doing this for 5-6 years or something. And we both started with the most basic of basic CNC milling machines, the tiniest little, you can pick it up in your hands kind
X2,
of thing.
right?
Yeah, I was on an X2, you were on the TAG.
Yeah.
They're very similar machines. And it's like, now you're in this 6,000 square foot facility. I'm in a 1,000 square foot, and I've got the Mori, and it's like we have leveled up 100 times in the past 6 whatever years.
Yeah, John's getting drop-ins from tooling vendors who are literally trying to earn his business, which I guess that's not crazy, but it is crazy because, none of us, I love that about our generation and the world we live in, and I love it because I love it. I'm not a shill, but, with whether it's the Tormach products or other, attainable, affordable equipment, Fusion 360, there's no reason you guys can't do this stuff. That's what's so freaking cool.
Fusion 360 it's the future. It's absolutely amazing. We were both on SolidWorks and HSM Works, which is a very expensive package. And here we are choosing to move to a $300 a year system.
And we independent, John and I talk a lot, but we actually never talked about going to Fusion 360. It wasn't I didn't know you had done it until you told me, and vice versa.
Exactly. Yeah. So, we're not saying this, Autodesk is not telling us to say this. It's I paid my $300, and I'm happy to do so.
Yeah.
And, my brother Eric absolutely loves using Fusion 360. He gets it, it suits his brain. and it's so capable. I mean, I'm able to make my extremely complicated, intricate knives with Fusion, and they're coming out with 4-axis and 5-axis stuff, and it's nuts.
I will put in a plug too on the NYCCNC channel. We are doing a Fusion Friday, where every Friday we do a pretty short video on some sort of a CAD or CAM tutorial or thing in Fusion 360. So if you're interested, feel free to check that out.
Eric and I actually watch your Fusion videos to get tips. Or, we search for how do you do this kind of chamfer or whatever, and oh look, there's an NYCCNC video. Let's watch that. Yeah. That's awesome.
So we know you focus on the Rask. Are we going to see a return of the Norseman?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to focus on Rasks because we have pre-order obligations to fulfill. But in the meantime, we will be working on Norseman kind of in the shadows, and there will absolutely be a resurrection of the Mori Norseman.
Sweet.
Which will be even tighter and better and more quality and smoother than they have been before, which is, bold words, because a lot of guys really, really like the Norseman, and I'm telling you, it's going to be better.
Incredible.
So yeah, I want to make a lot of knives without suffering an ounce of quality. That's my goal. Some guys scale up and the quality goes down, and I can't have that happen. That's why I invest in such an expensive piece of equipment. Like the Mori is 10 or 15 times more expensive than the Tormac.
Right.
But it works for my bottom line. Like, I can justify the expense. My wife said it's okay, so
right.
Yeah.
But that's what's so cool. We never would have. You guys know I've been kind of toying around with the VMC, and none of us ever would have gotten there if we hadn't made these sort of progressive steps. I don't know if I would. Nowadays, I would. Well, I am sponsored by Tormach, so I am biased, but I would get a 440 over an X2 or a Tag or whatever. But
totally.
There are those baby steps, and it's awesome to be graduating into this world where you can all of a sudden profitably run a legit machine.
Yeah. And guys ask me all the time, they're like, should I get a Tormac, or should I get a Haas, or used Haas, or new Haas, or should I get payments or whatever? And it depends on many things, but I think a guy in his garage with no product and very little money has no business taking on payments that he can't afford.
Yeah.
And even buying a $20,000, $30,000 used machine or whatever it is.
Which is quite difficult to get into a residential garage.
Exactly.
Weight and 3-phase, so forth. Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, and there's experience. There's a huge learning curve. I got the Mori. I kind of know what I'm doing this, but it's still taking us 4 months before we're, comfortable enough to make perfect product. So the 440 is an amazing machine. I haven't used one, but just from what I know about it, for all you guys like graduating up from 3D printers.
Yeah, right.
It's insane.
But folks, as a consumer of YouTube, I like creating content, but as a consumer of YouTube, I'm going to put Mr. Grimsmo on the spot here. When are we going to see more videos from you?
Well, you and I filmed one today, which is helpful.
We did. That's what it takes, folks. I drove 6 hours just to get you more Grimsmo YouTube content.
That's dedication right there. I appreciate it. I have been filming, and I will film more. I don't know. I want to do more content.
Well, I guess the question is, are you interested in continuing to is YouTube going to continue to be a part of the Grimsmo knife world, or are you kind of moving on from that?
Moving on to production, you mean?
No, like are you going to share more about what you're doing with the Mori and YouTube on a regular basis?
That's an excellent question, and honestly, I really, really want to share more on YouTube. I really want to put up more content. Not only because it kind of bolsters my self-interests and, advertises very subtly for our business.
Sure.
Which it does.
You have a hugely loyal following.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't deny that. Somebody just commented on my video, and, it almost brought a tear to my eye. What he said, I'm paraphrasing, but like, it's not just that you put up videos, it's not just that you bring us along on your journey, it's that you give these knives a soul.
Yeah.
And the customers appreciate that because they've seen the whole progress, and very other few makers have that. And I want to continue that because YouTube is fun. I mean, I've been doing it since 2007 or something like that, and it's just fun sharing what you're doing. And I've always been a sharing kind of guy. Like, even before YouTube, I was on forums and showing all kinds of car stuff that I was working on. Posting pictures of my project thread and all that. And YouTube is now the way to do that for me.
folks, the takeaway for me is if we can do it, you can do it. John used to work on cars. He used to do computer stuff. I used to work in stuff totally not related to this, but we love it. If you're watching these videos, you probably love it. So rock out, folks. So I hope you enjoyed our little car drive home to eat some delicious supper talk.
It was fun. I've actually been meaning to do talks like this, on my own, since I have a 15-minute drive to work every day. So maybe I'll do more of that.
Sweet.
But yeah, thanks for coming. It's a blast having you here, man.
Thank you for having us up. It's John Grimsmo has a lovely family. He lives in a wonderful area in Canada. It's beautiful up here. Great shop. It's been great to come up. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Thanks.
Take care.